Volkswagen recently made the controversial claim it will beat Tesla in terms of electric vehicle sales globally in 2025. And now it's making what I think is an equally outrageous claim. Is it true? Is it possible? Well, here's the answer. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to the channel. To all the new subscribers, great to have you. Welcome back, everyone else. Hope you had an amazing day. My name is Sam Evans. I'm coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. Volkswagen says it will beat Tesla in electric car sales in Australia in 2025. Is this possible? Well, big claims, big claims. The Driven.io says within years, we could be seeing more Volkswagen ID4s, Cupra Borns. Probably never heard of those, have you? But anyway, that's a car brand that Volkswagen owned, Cupra, and Skoda Enyaqs on the road than Tesla electric cars, if a prediction made by Volkswagen Group Australia Managing Director Paul Sansom proves true. Sansom is the newly appointed Electric Vehicle Council of Australia board member, and he says he thinks the group will outsell Tesla, currently the EV leader locally with more than 70% of the electric vehicle car market here. He said, already Australia's primary importers of European passenger vehicles, VGA, will become the most significant source of electric vehicles in this country. Now, that paragraph makes zero sense. I think maybe English isn't his first language, but whatever he was trying to say there, I don't understand it. Volkswagen has been reticent to introduce electric vehicles to Australia because they say there's not enough local policy, particularly the absence of vehicle emission standards. I'll get to that in a second. The Driven.io says, with little to no support for electric vehicles in Australia at a national policy level and no desire from the government to introduce better vehicle standards, Volkswagen has instead prioritised EVs for markets such as Europe, where policy levers are stricter. That's actually just a load of baloney. Being nice to their sponsors, the Driven.io, I really like your website, but just call a chicken a chicken. This is a stinky chicken running around, stinking it up. Volkswagen is full of crap. The reason they didn't come to Australia is because they're selling their cars in Europe so they can avoid paying fines or paying Tesla money to take their credits from them. All right, that's the reason. The reason is not because of our standards or our government policy. Volkswagen well and truly know the demand for EVs here in Australia is enormous. I mean, look, Tesla sold out for a year for a sedan. Australians hate sedans. No one buys sedans in this country. They are the most unpopular type of vehicle in the country, period. And yet Tesla has sold out for a year for the Model 3. Crazy. Sansom also says the global EV transition is a key part of an irrevocable megatrend that will have a lasting impact on the planet as a whole. And I should mention that that's what Aussies have been saying. They've been saying, Volkswagen, we want your electric cars. What the hell? Where are they? Give them to us, please. Begging. They've been begging Volkswagen for EVs here in Australia. I understand. They make good electric cars. People want them. Volkswagen hasn't been interested. Seem to be changing their minds now, though. Electric vehicles are the form of personal mobility to meet the demands of urbanization, sustainability, and digitalization, the three prevailing and irrevocable megatrends of life in our time, Mr. Sansom said. Seems like a whole lot of jargon to me. Anyway, while Tesla sold 12,100 EVs in 2021 and 4,417 in the first quarter of 2022 with just the single model, the Model 3 on the market, Volkswagen Group does not yet have one single EV available here in Australia. Now, apparently the ID series, as in the ID4, will be coming to Australia. Volkswagen still won't commit to when, though. However, they are introducing an electric car here. Their first electric model will actually be a Cupra Born, which is obviously the Spanish car company that they bought years ago. Cupra has been testing the electric Born hot hatch on Australian roads, and it's expected to land in Australia in 2022 at an affordable price. We've got no idea what that means. and will likely compete with electric cars like the Hyundai Ioniq Fastback and the Nissan Leaf. Now, to be fair, the Driven.io, the Cupra Born's quite a lot smaller than a Hyundai Ioniq 5, so I don't think it's comparable. Nissan Leaf, yeah, comparable to a Nissan Leaf, which is more of a hatchback type size. Sort of like a Volkswagen Golf or a Toyota Corolla type size, but just a bit jacked up. So which specific variants are going to make it here to Australia? We don't know, but apparently there will be a variant with a range of 548 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. That's a pretty good range. It was recently confirmed as well that the Skoda Enyaq will come to Australia in two formats, a smart SUV and an elegant coupe. But when and for how much money, we don't know. However, once these cars do finally make it to our country, well, the Tesla Model Y will be on sale here as well. So then the ID vehicles coming from Volkswagen will have to compete with Tesla's Model Y, which will obviously be immensely popular. This vehicle starts from $68,000 and it's expected to massively outsell the Tesla Model 3, which is currently priced at $64,000 before on-road costs and delivery fees. What does this mean? Well, with EV sales tripling here every year in Australia, yes, tripling. If this trend holds, Tesla sales could go to 50,000 a year by the end of 2023. And that means that Volkswagen will have a huge amount of work to catch up. The other thing you got to remember is, right, even now, the Tesla Model 3 has reached number 14 in sales volume for all cars, period, in Australia. And the number 4 best-selling passenger car after the Chinese-made MG MG3 and the Hyundai i30 here in Australia. In 2021, Volkswagen's market share fell by just shy of 4%, making it the 8th most popular brand here. So far, what do I think? Big words, no action. Volkswagen Australia are all talk. Seriously, they're all talk. They're not committing to anything. It's all talk. And you know what? Talk is cheap. Frankly, to be fair, there's absolutely no reason at all why they haven't started selling here. We do not have any big duties on cars here. Electric cars, we don't have any import taxes. There's nothing like that to prohibit Volkswagen from selling in Australia. Electric cars here are definitely in huge demand. In my honest view, this is a variation on the Tesla killer idea. It's a myth. Good luck with that, Volkswagen. BYD and other Chinese automakers are going to eat Volkswagen's breakfast. It will be game over, game, set, match for Volkswagen by the time they actually get their butts into gear and do something here in the Australian market. Why? Because, number one, Tesla manufacture their cars in China. Way cheaper than making them in Europe and then shipping them over from Europe to Australia. It's not even comparable, not even in the same ballpark. It's going to cost Tesla probably 40% less to make their cars in China. They'll be able to ship them here to Australia and make a really healthy profit. In addition, BYD are already selling their EVs here now. You can buy them today, now. And I can guarantee they'll be a fair bit cheaper than Volkswagen's EVs. In addition, BYD are bringing in 6 different electric cars over the next couple of years to Australia, and all of them are going to be much cheaper than Volkswagen's vehicles, and probably they'll be in the market first. What does this mean? This means that Volkswagen is essentially pushing its current buyers away from the brand, pushing them to competitors. Tesla, BYD, MG, Hyundai, whoever, anyone else who's willing to sell EVs here in the country. The chances of those buyers saying, you know what, I don't like this EV, I'm going to go back and buy a Volkswagen, could happen. Not highly likely though, in my view. The other thing I'm expecting to see is I think there'll be some continued developments from Tesla. One of the things will be their structural battery packs, better battery cells, improvements in LFP battery packs, energy density improvements. And I don't personally see the same prospects from Volkswagen, who are really playing a massive catch-up game with Tesla right now. Unless Volkswagen is somehow a price leader in the market, which I don't see how that's physically possible, they won't be a big player when it comes to EVs. Too late is probably the words that come to my mind. And they're the most Australians I think that I've talked to agree with me here on this prediction. The statistical chances of Volkswagen overtaking Tesla in 2025 here in the Australian car market are precisely 0. There is 0 reason to believe this will happen. 0 reason to have faith in anything Volkswagen is saying here in Australia right now, because they're not actually committing to anything. They're just talking. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Have a great day. Bye-bye.